And there was a bunch of really powerful spiritual stories and like a bunch of funny stories that happened like when I was in Ogden. But, and I'll come back to that stuff. But the next place that I went, it was called Bountiful, Utah, and it was really rich, and it was in the hills. Like, it was really mountainous, and it was like legit mansions, like the biggest houses that I have ever seen in my whole life, ever, even up to this point in my life. Never seen houses. It was legit mansions on top of mountains. Like, this one house had a racquetball court inside of the house, and they had a fountain, like a water fountain, like to get water, like at school, like a water fountain in their house. Like that, and that was just one part of their house. It was absurd. Yeah, they had mansions on top of mountains out there, and that area was called Bountiful. And the first, who's the first guy? The first guy I was out there with was from Florida, and I can't remember his first name, but his last name was Justison. And he was a real goofy guy. Like, he was like a cowboy. Like, he didn't take anything serious, and he was all about trying to have fun and just like play around, which was fun, like, which was cool. And like, after going through the past 6 months before that of like super intense growth, of like personal growth, and when I was in Ogden, like when I was with Crowfoot, like my grandfather had passed away back here in Jersey. So like that happened to me, and so it was like super transformative 6 months, from the MTC to Kaysville to Ogden, and it was just wild. Like, just completely paradigm shifting, life changing, indescribable. That's why I've never shared these stories, because really what happened was I went on a hero's journey, and I didn't know it at the time, and I didn't plan it, but it was in the plan of God. Like, there's so many things that I'll share in time about this point in my life and how I got here and all this kind of stuff. But like, I had no intention at all of becoming a Mormon missionary in Utah, yet that happened, and it was so life-changing, life-altering, life-enhancing, that there was no words or language that I could even begin to muster to begin to explain what had happened through that experience to me, that I have not even spoken of it for 10 years. 10 years of reflection, and I still don't have adequate language to articulate what I experienced and what it meant, and what it did to me in a positive way. So now I'm with Justison in Bountiful. He was from Florida, literally worked on a ranch, like literally a cowboy, not just like his personality, but like actually.